Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pi Records, and I'm back with Craig Skelly for Guitar Corner with Craig Skelly. And today he's going to talk about the tremolo bar, the whammy bar, the wiggle stick. Take it away, Craig.
Thank you, Ryan. It's great to see you again. You're looking very well and love being here. So thank you for hosting me, and thank you for doing these videos promoting surf music. You're the man.
No, man, you're the man. I'm just a happy listener.
Okay, speaking of that, I got some stuff for you to listen to. So I've got my Jazzmaster. I have my Surfy Bear Reverb unit here, and that's going into a Tone Master, a Fender Deluxe Tone Master. You don't have to have expensive gear to do this. This is just something that I used really my most basic gear. I have a reverb tank there, but it's not even on yet. We'll do that later along with the Bandmaster and do some advanced technique. But for now, we're sort of doing intro to surf guitar still. And in the past, we've talked about double picking, glisses, dampening. And now I want to talk about the whammy bar. Yeah, baby. That's an essential part of surf. I don't think it gets any surfier than this. That's as surfy as it gets. So what the whammy bar does is you push it down and it slacks the strings. So what that's good for is when you're doing a phrase like pipeline. And so there's a few different approaches to the whammy bar. You can do nice long flourishes like this. So that's this. That's a chord. This is a D minor. So right, that's one. Just a wah. We do that a lot in surf music. Or you could do the wah with a little wiggle in it. I like that one too. Or rockabilly guys, or that's a rockabilly thing. You know, so that's the fast wiggle. That's going like this. You know, almost simulating an amp tremolo, but you can turn it off at will. Or what I love. So I wrote a song, Sea Breeze. Right? So I'm a huge fan of the whammy bar. Frankly, I don't know. I actually do have a Les Paul, but other than my Les Paul, I don't think I own a guitar without a whammy bar. So I had some hardtail Strats and sold them because I was always grabbing for the bar, because in surf music, the bar is a unique item especially if you're playing rhythm. The Shadows used it on lead all the time. The Shadows were constantly, and same with Los Straitjackets, you know. So this song's called Pacifica, and they go like this. Right? So when you're holding it while you're playing, a lot of guys hold it with their pinky like this, or I like to just put it in the palm of my hand. So there's a lot of different techniques. You can use it for lead and rhythm, where I think it's cool for either. Where I think it really comes in handy if you're playing rhythm in a surf band and you're going from a verse to a chorus. So in other words, on Pipeline, different verse. That's verse part 1. Right? On a slower song, that one probably not a good example, but on something a little slower where you're transitioning, you know, so something like that where you're transitioning to a different part, the rhythm player can throw a little whammy flourish, and then you move on to another part. So what I find it works great is transitioning into one part or another, particularly the E minor, right? So, and then there's another thing that we do all the time. This is a Dwayne Eddy thing, or Eddie Cochran. And you won't see a rockabilly band and not have them do that. Every rockabilly band does that. So what I'm doing there is I'm holding the whammy bar with my left hand. Okay, I bring it under. The hand comes under like this, and then I'm hitting the chord, but I'm depressing the whammy bar. So when I hit it, I've depressed. So I'm not hitting the bar and then doing that like Surf's this. On Eddie Cochran and you know, those type of songs, you're gonna depress the bar and then let it go. And where we do that's on Baja. We've incorporated this on Baja, where we'll go. I saw Dave Wronski do that, slack tone, the great slack tone. He did that, and I'm like, oh my God, that's mine now. So he did that on Baja. See, so you can do a lot of that. So the whammy bar is. Really adds a lot to a surf song, and while surf guitarists can do, like on Walk Don't Run, I mean that's cool too. There's no whammy bar there, but if you want to do something different, right? Just a different thing. So. More of a straitjacket sound, you know, because they're whammy heaven on a lot of their songs, and we do. And Calhoun. So you can grab the whammy on some leads in and out, and you can definitely do it on rhythm. But Calhoun, you wouldn't do it on rhythm because the rhythms. So that's going to be the lead or the rhythm on like Calhoun Surf. But they use a lot of whammy. So I wanted to give you a feel for like when I use the whammy, and you know, essentially you can use it wherever you want. Some songs, Walk Don't Run, you won't need it, but if you're going to play Pacifica, for sure you're going to need it. So it just depends on the song. We like to on Diamond Head. We talked about that song earlier. So it's
Yeah.
Right. Then now we're going to do damping, slides. we'll talk about that next up when we put it all together. But Diamond Head's a great example of putting it all together because it's got mostly everything. It's got glisses, tic tac, glisses being this, tic tac, and glisses, tic tac, whammy bar, and sliding, endless summer style. And then damp. So the way I'm playing that again is laying my hand on the bridge, and then it goes bom bom. Then back to tic tac. So sorry, I've ventured off the whammy bar lesson a little bit, but we're sort of putting it together now. We've introduced you to the idea of those elements to surf music, which is the tic tac rhythm, the sliding endless summer style, glisses, dampening with I keep doing a karate chop when I say damp, but what I'm really talking about is using the palm of your hand to lay it across the bridge, which is kind of where I like to live, because that way I can come back. See, that's not damped at all. But if I want it damped, I just slide it in a half inch forward, right? Like that. So that gives me a difference between whether I want it damped or not. I just go back and forth on the bridge. My bridge is looking a little sorry. I do wipe it off after I play every time, so it doesn't get too corroded. But that's where I like to live with my palm, just laid across like that, right in here. So it works great for me because then I can go, or right, I got both right at my fingertips.
Yeah.
So, all right. Hope that was helpful. The whammy bar, essential item. I think it's almost as essential as reverb, but that's just me. I love it. I use it on a lot of my songs, along with all these elements. So next up, I wrote a song called Red Peppa, where we're going to kind of put it all together for you.
Awesome, Craig. I really enjoyed watching that. If you want to hear more from Craig, make sure you subscribe to get the next episode, which will be coming up in a week. Also, links to Craig's information, his Facebook and Bandcamp for his band Little Kahuna, are in the description. Also, if you want to get some Pi Records merch, link in the description. Also, links for all the equipment that I use in the podcast. If you want to start your own or you want to know what I use, all the links are in there. Craig, I had a blast listening to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for having me. We'll see you soon.